Hey guys, today I wanted to go over a few different things. First off, the Flesh and Blood content is on its way. We are filming some gameplay videos and trying to get some box breaks up for you guys as well and everything else. So the Flesh and Blood content is coming. Now, with that being said, we do want this channel to eventually grow to other card games, hence why we have been doing so much One Piece and are on our way to doing Lorcana stuff with Jones, who has a big Lorcana following down in Utah. And I'm probably going to dabble a little up here as well, because we do have a few groups up here in Texas. Now, with that all being said, this channel overall is meant to grow to become a community for all card players, and a channel that we can one day give away a lot of cards back to you guys. And I thank you for getting us to wherever we get to as this channel grows and continues to get bigger overall. Now, the content that I wanted to really talk about today is a little bit on the Bright Lights side of content, because Bright Lights has made a big impact in the game because of what's kind of going on with the new cards. And we're seeing a lot more mechs pop up because of Bright Lights, and how they're impacting the overall gameplay and how they're impacting everything around them is really interesting. Now, we're not seeing a lot of mechs in the way that I thought we would see them, which is basically they completely flooded out a lot of events, but they are flooding events more than people want. I thought it would literally be nothing but mechs at events, like no one would bring anything else besides mechs, but that's not the case. There are people who are still trying to play the decks that they think will do really well, and they're having to cater them to deal with mechs. For instance, MIPS is becoming a really popular card to put in your deck to fight off mechnologists. The reason being is you can take those items away from those mechs simply by playing a MIP, hitting them, and saying, I'm going to take this item from you if it hits. It's a wonderful card to play, and if you don't technically get an item because they don't have one on the field, you get to draw a card. So it's becoming a really good card to play against mechnologists. Now, there's a lot of other cards out there, and I'm not going to go into all the ones that are good to play against other things, but there are cards for everything. And as the game continues to grow, you'll find more and more new and weird counters that exist and will continue to exist in the game. It's a matter of time and quantity, and right now we haven't had enough time to have the quantity to cancel everything out that comes out. Now, as new things come out, I'm sure it will take a little bit of time for us to either figure them out or them to print something new because they overprinted something or printed something way more powerful than they meant to, and they'll either have to ban it or restrict it. But in that case, it's really, really good to know that they are planning some of these things out. MIPS was planted before Bright Lights came out, so you can kind of see how they were planning some of this stuff. You can see kind of the mindset and thought process that went into doing a lot of this, and it's really well built. And Flesh and Blood, like I said, I love the game because of how well built it is. So Bright Lights has a lot of opportunity to grow here, and I think that as the game continues to be out and we see a little bit more of Bright Lights, as we have for a bit, but before the next set comes out, I feel like everyone will kind of settle in and figure out where the mechs are supposed to be in this, overall ecosystem of heroes and cards and everything else. I plan on building a couple mech decks. I don't have the ability to at this point in time, but I will get around to either proxying one and playing with it or building one for real. Whichever comes first, I will do that because I know you guys want some of that content. I just have been very busy in my life right now, so I appreciate all of you for sticking with me this far and being around to help us continue to grow. And like I said, anything you guys can do to help us to grow, to get to the point where I can eventually be able to give away cards on a more mass scale, that is my true dream for this channel, is to just be able to open boxes and give away boxes, if not once a month, once a week would be really cool. But that is all up to the community and how fast we grow overall. So with that, I'll catch you guys on the flip side.